for Lehigh County Commissioner District 3.
How's it going, everybody? Can you hear me? I know I'm already pretty loud, so we're trying to get even louder in here. First and foremost, I am Cole-Borghi. I'm the Democratic candidate for County Commissioner District 3 of Lehigh County. I want to thank Mark and his team for having me to speak here today. A little bit about me. I was born and raised in Lehigh Valley my entire life, mainly Bethlehem. Spent about 2 years in Freemansburg. Spent the majority of my life in the Marvin Pembroke Housing Development. I love that place, and from the time I was old enough to run around and get in trouble, I was in the Northeast Community Center helping out as a camper and also as a volunteer. Once I was old enough, came back from school, I finally got a job at the Northeast Community Center. Before that, I was a summer camp counselor, and I was able to refine my skills there as a program director, director of youth programming, and eventually a director of community outreach. During the time at Northeast Community Center, I lived my life off of one quote by Frederick Douglass: "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." To this day, I believe that. I have a tattoo on my body, and I will always live by that mantra. With that quote, though, I have a beautiful family back there, and I needed to start building my strong children. So, moved into the corporate sector, started working at travel. So, if anybody here needs a trip down to Mexico, Caribbean, reach out to me. But when I moved into the travel sector, I had a hole missing in my heart. I just needed to give back to my community again. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. So I was approached one day, and somebody said, "Hey, we think you'll be great to run for county commissioner." And I was like, you know what? All right, let's do it. So now I'm currently running for District 3 County Commissioner, which is West Bethlehem, East Allentown, South Allentown, Kennesaco Borough, and Fountain Hill. It's a great little gerrymandered district, but I love it nonetheless. So which brings me to the first time I met Mark. So I was in the primary, just getting started, trying to learn about the position, and the best way to do it, I thought, if I'm running as a commissioner, let's start watching the recorded commissioners meetings, and let's start attending the commissioners meetings, let's see what's going on. I fell in love with Mark immediately there. The way he spoke up for the people of the community was great. He wasn't scared to take on the establishment. He was not scared to call people out on their failures or shortfalls. And the best part about it is you could tell in his voice, you could tell by the way he did it, he wasn't doing it for the political power. He wasn't doing it to raise his name. He was actually doing it for the community. So, Mark, throughout the time as controller and commissioner, right, at Whitehall, he tirelessly has fought for the community, and it's been evident that he's been fighting for the community. He's called out the county on wasteful spending with healthcare and prescription costs. He spoke out against District Attorney Jim Martin on bail reform. He pretty much called him out on a lot of things. I don't think Jim Martin's a fan of yours now, but that's a good thing. That's a great thing. When I see Mark fighting for the community, it's clear that our value is alive. It's clear that he will continue fighting as a state senator. I look forward to working with Mark on the issues I'm fighting for. Some are equitable and fair funding for the public defenders, modernizing communications between the county and the community, reducing recidivism in the Lehigh County Jail by starting reentry on day one of intake, continue fighting for our county health department, and furthermore, getting an opioid crisis coordinator in here to help with this terrible, absolutely terrible thing. But we also need to bring more money into Lehigh County. A way to do that is to put the LVIA, Lehigh Valley International Airport, feet to the fire, get their board to start getting direct flights from here, from LVIA to and from Puerto Rico. That brings more money into our county, and then it'll help us expand the infrastructure of LVIA and turn it into a true international airport. It has not been an international airport since 2001, and we desperately need that now. If you can't tell, I do work in travel, so I'm really one thing I know about that, and all these things that I want to fight for, Mark will be there with me throughout the entire time. whether he's a state senator, whether he's the controller, whether he's a commissioner, whether he's the president of the United States. I know he loves this area, and I know he will come back and fight for us. So please, just leave it at that. Please help me get Mark elected as state senator. Thank you so much.